Welcome to the new episode of Statistical Computing. In this session, I am going to discuss about the relationship among AM, HM and GM, as well as their advantages and disadvantages. Let's start with the relationship among AM, HM and GM. It is the most appropriate measure for ratio and rates because it equalizes the weights of each data point. For instance, the AM places high weights to the larger data points, while GM gives a lower weights to the smaller data points. The relationship between AM, GM and HM when two positive numbers are given. In such case, a relationship is described by AM into HM is equals to GM square. When all the values are differ in the series, such as x1 is not equals to x2 and so on, in that case AM is greater than GM is greater than HM. When all values are equal in the series, such as x1 equals to x2, then AM is equals to GM, that equals to HM. Although AM is defined for all values, namely positive, negative or 0, where GM is defined for positive values only and HM is defined for non-zero values. Let's solve the question to determine HM when AM and GM of two numbers are 5 and 4 respectively. In that case, we have to use a relationship formula AM into HM equals to GM square. According to the question, AM and GM values are given, so we'll put the values into the formula. 5 into HM equals to 4 square. In that case, HM is equals to 16 divided by 5, which is equals to 3.2. So, in this case, HM is 3.2. Let us understand the advantages of arithmetic mean first. It is rigidly defined. The formula of arithmetic mean in case of different categories of data is clearly defined. AM is easy to calculate and understand. The procedure to find the arithmetic mean is easy as well as to understand. It is based on all the observation. To determine the arithmetic mean, it includes each and every observation of the series. It is used for almost every kind of data. It is capable of further algebraic treatment. The results of arithmetic mean can be used for further treatment as well. It is least affected by the fluctuation of sampling. It does not require the arrangement of data such as the ascending order or the descending order and dividing of the data like other types of measure of central tendencies. The disadvantages of arithmetic mean: it is highly affected by extreme values. The extreme values such as the very small and the large values in the series. It cannot be computed accurately if any item is missing, if one of the number or the value is not given in the series, so you are not able to find arithmetic mean. It cannot be calculated in case of open and class interval. If the first and the last class are open, let's say blank to 10 is the first class, or 100 to dash is the last class. So this is the open and class, where the starting and the ending of the classes are not given. So in that case also you are not able to find the arithmetic mean. Advantages of GM: it is rigidly defined. The GM formula is clearly defined for different categories of data, such as the simple series or the frequency distribution. It is directly based on all the observation. To determine the GM, we have to include each and every observation. In the presence of extreme values, the smallest and the largest value, it has no considerable effect on GM. The disadvantages of GM is it is difficult to compute as compared to other measures of central tendency. If the single value of variable is 0, then the GM becomes 0. It may be unreal if some values are negative. So basically GM is used for the positive values only. Advantages of HM: it is also rigidly defined. The formula of HM to find the different categories of data is clearly defined. It is based on all the observation of the series. It cannot be calculated ignoring by a single item in a series. It is capable of further algebraic treatment. It gives a greatest weight to the smallest item of the series. That means it gives the higher weight to the small values in the series. It is an appropriate average for averaging the ratios and the rates. It can be calculated even when the series contains any negative values. The disadvantages of harmonic mean: it is not easy to understand compared to AM. Its calculation is clumsy as it involves finding out of the reciprocal of the number. It is majorly affected by the extreme values. It cannot be calculated if any of the item and the value is 0.